I would not claim in any way, shape, or form to be an expert on Israel, but I would suspect that if I was one of those people within the Israeli elite that helped form and establish Israel, fought in many of its wars, and are still around, and I mean, obviously I would be at a very high age, I would be very, very depressed because it would almost come across as a life wasted. I think many of them did believe that peace at some point was desirable and achievable. I remember an Israeli general told me, this is already back in 2004, 2005. He fought in many of the wars. And he said that he is terrified of the situation because when he fought in those wars, he said, there was a widespread belief that if we win the war, eventually the Arabs will make peace with us. And he said, the youth of Israel back then, this is 20 plus years ago, had no longer any belief in peace or even a belief that it is desirable or achievable, but essentially has resigned themselves to be in a state of perpetual war and that there's nothing more that can be achieved by that. So all you need to do is just constantly dominate and outgun all of your neighbors, not allow any of them to be able to become a co-equal with Israel or even just be able to challenge its dominance. And that's just it. There's nothing more to the world, to Israel's existence than that. And was very worried about that, believing that this would eventually obviously not work. And I think that date may have come much sooner, not because of Israel having suffered defeats necessarily militarily against Hamas or against Hezbollah, but because Israel has lost an entire generation of Americans. And without the United States, the ability to sustain, finance that machine is simply not going to be there.